What's up guys, if you want to be in with a chance to win this 2-goal explosion along with 500 credits, please subscribe and comment on the video that you have subscribed. Giveaway ends when I hit 500 subscribers. Hey, what's up guys, it's the Cherry Pig here, actually with my first video. So right now, if you haven't already subscribed, go and subscribe, because as you've seen, this will enter you straight into the giveaway. As you've seen by the title of this video, this is episode 1 of my Road to Grand Champ series that I'll be doing till I hit Grand Champ, obviously. My main goal in this series is obviously just to look back on my replays and just analyse them, and obviously if that brings someone joy, then that's good. This series will hopefully be out every week, and I'm going to try and have a consistent upload schedule with probably filming the clips trying on Monday and then editing on Tuesday and then do all the thumbnail and stuff on Wednesday, and then hopefully most of the videos will be out on Thursday. But I know editing this one will not be out on Thursday, as I want to get it out as soon as possible. What you're seeing here is just one of my warm-up games from the other day. What I'm going to try and do with these videos is put in maybe 1 or 2 warm-up clips and then go straight into comp and maybe have 5 or 6 comp games. Obviously I'm not going to show the whole game, as that would be very boring and long. With this game I think we do eventually end up winning, mostly thanks to my teammates, as this is my first game on and I'm not playing very well. I do miss a couple of easy shots which concede most of our goals in this game. What I do recommend when you first start playing, if you're just starting or if you're just coming on for the day, you should go straight into free play for maybe half an hour. It really just gets the muscle memory working, and after that just go into a couple warm-up games. It really does help. I know a lot of people just go straight into comp, but then you're less consistent and your teammates will get more mad at you. As you can see there, I go for a pretty easy ceiling shot. Because it's my first game, I miss because I'm not warmed up, and in a comp game they probably would have managed to score off of that, as it was quite an easy chance for them, but obviously they're not trying very hard as it's just a casual game. Here I go for the ball, not realising that my teammate's also up for it, and this leaves all of us out of position and we do lead to concede. That one was definitely my fault and I probably could have saved that as well. Next, the ball drops to me and I decide to go for a little bit of a double tap off the post here, but it does manage to get cleared and my teammate does hit it wide. Right here is a huge mistake. I go up for it thinking he's going to miss it, which was poorly misjudged. Here I do go for it and I was close, but yeah, I should have had that and I probably should have stayed on the back wall for longer, seeing where he was going to place it before charging out and trying to save it. I also had no boost, so this was a fairly pointless challenge, as it would have just dropped straight to his teammate anyway, and then we would have conceded. Either way. Here I try and make a little play downfield, but do end up missing that aerial. My teammates do manage to keep it, but it eventually comes to nothing. I do manage to get a bit of a shot here, but it was very slow and they got an easy save on it. I get a decent hit here, but I'm too slow to get to there and I only end up bumping them. And now we're put in a defensive position and the person just completely misses. Here I do think that we're going to lose it, so I rotate to get some boost so that I can help defend when it comes back to us, but my teammate does manage to get it past them and get the last goal of the game to secure the win. Now into the second warm-up game of the video. This is also just to really practice and not play too seriously and just try and get the mechanics going for the day. I do manage to get a decent centre here, but my teammate misses the ball. And I try and go up the wall, but my teammate decides that he is Squishy Muffins and tries and go for an air dribble, but nothing comes of it. Here I'm faced with a pretty easy shot, but I do hit it straight at him, and we do end up conceding because of this. I should have definitely gone for a flick, or maybe faked him here, but yeah, it's just a warm-up, so it doesn't really matter. Here on the kickoff I do go for a bit of a fast kickoff, and I do manage to win it. And I get a bit of a flick up to my teammate, but he doesn't manage to do anything with it and just hits it towards the post. Here on defense, my teammate does manage to get a good hit there to get it clear. I see this guy going for it, but I decide, actually no, I'm going to take this, and I do somehow manage to bump him and still get the goal. It's probably one of my weirdest goals of this episode. I think what went wrong here for the opposing team is the guy in goal thought that the first guy was going to be able to save it, and then was not ready to recover at all to be able to actually save it. Managed to get a decent clear here, which builds up a bit of pace for my team, as we do manage to all commit for it to try and get it downfield. I rotate, realising that me being on 0 boost and double committing won't do anything, and I managed to get a decent save there. I do go for a kind of half pass, half shot here, but my teammate doesn't manage to score it, but I probably should have put that in first time, so it isn't his fault. Yeah, so here, teammate manages to get a great shot into the bottom right corner, making it 3-1, and then my teammate decides to score an own goal. But we do eventually win the game. As you can see on screen here, right now, I'm currently Diamond 1, Division 3 in 3s, Platinum 2, Division 3 in 2s, and Plat 1 Division 2 in 1s. This is now the first comp game, and I am put on kickoff. What I like to do with these kickoffs is just try and win it in any way I can, and I do manage to win the first one. They manage to get a decent shot, but my teammate does manage to get a save, and then my other one manages to clear it. I stay on this for a bit, but then rotate to get boost, as I see that 2 of them are already heading up pitch, and in 3s I mainly like to have 2 people downfield and 1 person back, just in case they get a boomer, so that you can save it. I go for a decent hit here, and it is centered, but nothing comes of it, and we have to go back onto offense. Here, I boost it up, I manage to get a decent hit, but they do manage to save it. Here, I go for a boom, but it is blocked by the opposing team. My teammate manages to save it as I rotate back post, so I can be of assistance. Now onto offense, my teammate shoots, but they do manage to get a decent shot. I center it, but no one actually manages to get anything with this. My teammate saves it, and I again rotate back post. It's just the best position to be in when there's someone already front post. There's no point really in chilling in the goal, because then you can't dive across to make a save, and you'd have to do a side flip, which is a lot less effective than just an aerial. And we do actually manage to get the goal here. Kickoffs happened, and we are on defense. I managed to get a decent clearance, but he does manage to hit it here. I can see that he's going to hit it over, so I decide to just go and clear it over the net. I think my teammate was challenging, but I think he would have missed, so it doesn't matter. I got for an aerial here, managed to get it past all of them, and this does lead to a goal. We're on defense now. I managed to get a decent save, clearance, nothing. They do boom it downfield, and it goes up. I got for an aerial, but I am beat to it, but nothing comes of it, so it's okay. After this, I am put back on defense. I managed to get a decent save here. I think my teammates double committed before this, which puts us in a bit of an awkward position, but I do manage to get a decent center into the box, and then I'm demoed. And my teammate shoots, but they do manage to save it. Now we are put back on defense, but I do manage to get a good clear downfield, and then rotate for boost. They do struggle a bit to get it out, and my teammate manages to kind of shoot, but it goes wide. But here, and I go up for a good shot here, and it does manage to go in. It's a decent goal. Those ones are always nice to score. They're not the hardest things in the world, it's just about going into free play and practicing them, and you can get pretty good at them fast, and it's a good thing to have in lower ranks. It's kickoff now, and I do tell my teammate that I've got it, but he decides to come as well, so I just try and push it past this guy, and it manages to drop to this guy, so I rotate back. This ends up with them saving it, and then one of them scoring a pretty good own goal. We're put back on kickoff, but they do forfeit, and we win the first comp game. I get an MVP, and pretty good result for the first game of the video. I managed to level up, get rocket pass up, and just get a couple items. Now into the second comp game of the video. I'm put on kickoff. I go for it, manage to get a wave dash kickoff, but I do manage to lose it, which puts my teammates in a bit of an awkward position. One of them booms it, and I actually do miss. Obviously this isn't as good as the start as last game, but I'm still optimistic. Comes back, and my teammate manages to get it past the first guy, but then it is cleared. And I do go up for this, but my teammate double commits, and he manages to get it, so it doesn't matter. I push it up the wall here, but it's met straight by them, and they do manage to push it past my teammate in net and get a decent goal. It's definitely my fault. I should have got a better hit on here and then maybe gone up for it again, but it's only 1-0 and I'm not too worried. After this, we're put back on defense, and they do manage to get it in. I try and clear it, but he gets it before me, and my teammate can't get back in time, and they do score. A bit unlucky, but I should have gone for this faster, and I could have hit it harder. But yeah, 2-0, still redeemable. I did manage to get a good save there, but then we do get put back on defense. I get a decent clear then, my teammate misses the ball. I bump him, which makes it so we can't get as good as an aerial. And my teammate takes out the wall. It's a bit of a scuffle for a bit. I do manage to clear it. It just double commits all around, really. My teammate tries to clear it, it's just rebounded. I do manage to get it in. I get a decent centre, but it is a bit too far out. He hits it up, but nothing comes of it. Next, I go for a save here, do manage to get it. It's a pretty good save. Not that hard, but it's necessary. Gets put into the box for them, they touch it down, we get a good clear. Next, we're on defense. I get a decent hit there. I'm not sure if it was going in or not, but then they manage to get a pass, we clear it. My teammate goes for it, but he doesn't manage to score with the fake. Let's put back. I try and touch in, get it past one, get it past another, but no one is in the box to convert. Next, I go for a bit of a ceiling shot, but I do miss. I'm obviously not very warmed up after the last game, and I probably should have gone into free play for a bit, so my mechanics are not very good at this point. It's just me on defense now, as everyone else has missed. I go for it, but he does manage to flick it over me, and that is the loss. First loss of the episode. Going into the last two games of the match, as you can see, this recording started a bit later because I wasn't actually planning on recording this game, but me and this guy were playing really well, and he manages to get that pretty good goal. Next, he shoots, hits the post. I managed to bump it in and get a decent goal. After this, we're on defense. He manages to clear it and it goes straight through them, and that is the last goal of the game. Good 4-0 win, and they forfeit. Obviously, I was very happy with this result as it's in 2s, and I need to get higher in 2s. I decided to party up with this guy because he seemed pretty good. I wasn't sure if he was going to join, but then he did. And then we're into the second game with this guy. Decent kickoff, but it doesn't actually go to anything. I go for a little bit of an air dribble here, but I put it a bit wide, and the guy manages to clear it. Gets hit up here, and I go up, put a little bit of spin on it, and get the first goal of the game. Decent goal, but not that hard. On kickoff. Decent kickoff from me again, as it gets centred. Managed to bump him, but my teammate is not there to receive it. He pushes it downfield, and it goes in for the second goal of the game. After this, we're back onto defense. He puts it high, and I managed to go for it and get it past this guy, and that's the third goal of the game. This is enough to make the opposing team forfeit, allowing me to win the last game of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do want to see this content again, please consider subscribing as it helps me out a lot. Also, if you want to find me anywhere else, you can find me on Instagram. My name is literally just To, exactly the same as it says on my username, and my YouTube. The next video should be out on Thursday, which will be the second episode of To GrandChampion. Until then, see you guys.